Alright guys, how's it going? It is Wednesday, the 15th of January 2020, and you're watching KopTalk.tv. Alright, now listen, if you joined KopTalk recently, and you've done it through here, through YouTube, underneath the video it says join. If you've become a member, I'm recording shout-out videos for each and every one of you. I haven't forgot you if you haven't had one yet. Alright, I'm just a little bit behind. I'll be caught up by the weekend. Alright, I just wanted to let you know that. The other thing is, guys, I'm doing a KopTalk podcast after this video. So if you want to listen to that, just go to KopTalkPodcast.com and subscribe free. It's on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. It's even on TuneIn now, on the TuneIn app. So yeah, just go to KopTalkPodcast.com and you'll get all the information to follow the Liverpool FC KopTalk podcast. That's what you need to search, Liverpool FC KopTalk podcast. On whichever platform you're on. I'm also updating the Dunk Knows Best podcast today as well, so if that's your thing, you'll find that alongside that podcast when you go to KopTalkPodcast.com. I want to speak to you today about Kai Havertz. I'm sure you'll have seen this. I want to address it with you. So the latest is that Liverpool have been linked with a £100 million bid for him. He's the 20-year-old Bayer Leverkusen midfielder, attacking midfielder. He can play all over the place. He's great at his completion rate for passes and stuff like that. He's brilliant. Great player on the counter-attack. Definitely the sort of player that Jurgen Klopp would like in his squad. You know what I'm saying? Now, I believe he's a primary target. All right, that means I think that he is at the top of the list in terms of recruitment attempts. I think Liverpool will do all they can to bring him in this year. However, the reason I'm mentioning it really, because we've discussed this before, is that the report today is that we would offer 125 million euros for him, a fee in that region, which is 107 million pounds, and I don't think we will. I think we would be looking around 70 million or something like that, and even then, if other clubs get involved and start offering silly money and silly salaries and stuff like that, I don't think it will happen. Now, Chelsea, Man City, Man United, they've all been sniffing around in Barcelona, Real Madrid. So you can see it's going to be tricky. All right, you can see it's going to be tricky. Bayern Munich have been favourites to land him for a while, and they've just struck a new sponsorship deal with Audi worth 428 million quid. So they can certainly fund a move for him. Now, in November, I think it was, towards the end of last year, there was claims, and these were from credible sources, I believe, that said that Liverpool had open talks with his representatives about a possible move to Anfield. Now, I don't like the term open talks or held talks, because that can be can get people a little bit excited, makes it sound maybe a bit deeper than it actually is. I would say it was more on the lines of preliminary inquiries, which is more of a formal term, but basically sniffing around him, having a word in a few ears. You know, is he up for it or what? Do you know what I'm saying? And you know, if you join my live streams at KopTalk.tv on this YouTube channel, he is the one player. You know, people say to me, "Who would you like to see signed?" And I always go, "I don't know, Kai Havertz. I'd like to see him." I do like him. He's been capped 7 times by Germany. He's under contract for another 2 years. He is an outstanding talent. Now, I think that if these other clubs go in for him and start throwing silly money around, I don't think we'd be prepared to go up into that kind of region, you know, with the bidding. What I would say, and I've been saying this a lot recently regarding some of the big name players that we've been linked with, is that if you start to see reports suggest to me that maybe, you know, the club is looking at replacing someone from, you know, a big name, basically. Now, there is interest in players like Mane and Salah. We know that they're the ones that we need to listen out for, I think, more so than anyone, and in particular Mane. But it's relatively quiet on the Western Front at the moment, so I wouldn't be too concerned. I'm actually not too concerned. And I've seen Liverpool linked with players, and I just think, yeah, they're the kind of additions that I would expect, and it makes sense, etc., etc. I think when you start seeing, like, oh, you know, Liverpool are going to go all out for Kai Havertz, and they're going to spend 107 million, I'm thinking, hello, what's going on? But it is reasonably calm. Now, he has been, like I say, linked with us on and off for ages. If you go to KopTalk.com, And the article is on the front page at the moment. If you go to the bottom of that article where it says tags, it says Kai Havertz, click on that and it'll bring up multiple coverage in relation to him. I'm not even sure how far it dates back. I mean, there's 3 pages there. Let's see. This goes back to the 5th of October 2017. Liverpool scouts monitoring German midfielder, 18 at the time, when he became Bayer Leverkusen's youngest ever Bundesliga player at 17 years and 126 days. Liverpool scouts watched him in blistering form for Germany under-19s this week when he scored 4 goals, 2 of which were penalties, and set up another in a 5-1 win over Belarus. Recently signed a new contract at Leverkusen, has previously been likened to a combination of Michael Ballack and Mesut Ozil. So it goes back some time, and I think that he is definitely wanted by Jurgen Klopp, all right? And there ain't many people that I say that about. The reason I'm mentioning it today is just to bring to your attention that those particular claims regarding the £107 million bid, not that one's been made, but Liverpool would be willing to do that. I don't think they would be. And if they were, I'd be thinking, hello, what's going on? So, I would listen out for anything to do with him. I think he's a very good player. I welcome your thoughts on him. And if you do know a bit about him, what kind of price would you say was a fair price for him? Where could you expect Liverpool going to with it? Because I don't think Liverpool are going to start throwing ridiculous amounts of money around unless they really have to look at a serious recruitment situation. So I do think we'll have a good summer. I'm looking forward to it. It'll certainly be better than last year's. And yeah, that's about it. So that's it. I wanted to bring it to your attention. Please let me know what you think. And yeah, if you enjoy my content, please give me a thumbs up, give me a comment. I love your comments, And if you're a beautiful human being, like Brendan Rodgers would say, then by all means click join and support my channel and get access to my extra content. I would really like that. Okay, guys, I'm going to record that podcast for you now. I might be able to squeeze another video in for you. I'll do my best. All right, guys, I'll speak to you in a bit. All right.